Alrighty, this is 48 Concli, and I have here something a little different than what I've usually had on this channel before. I wouldn't say I'm not a knife guy, but I haven't had a natural affinity towards them. I do carry them. Typically, I carry something like this. This is something I've had for probably close to 7 years now, with the 3 different blades. Use this for skinning some small game, and use it around the little farm I have, hobby farm I got. But it's nice, but it's not really. It's good at some things, but not good at everything, and just is what that is. Just a different class. But this is something I picked up. Not an expensive knife by any means. Kind of a entry level, if you may. I was in Home Depot recently, and me and my wife were getting some feeder pigs, so I was working on their pen, had to get some supplies, and I saw this at Home Depot. They had it on an end cap for $19.99, which I'm like, oh hell, I haven't had a knife, like a good folding knife, in quite some time. I'll go to gun shows and the like, and they have just a lot of crap out on the tables, and it's like half of them have like weird skull patterns that are basically just junk for collectibles. I'm definitely not into anything like that. Definitely more of a practical application kind of thing. But I will say I have used this for a little while, and it carries very nice. It has a nice positive spring-loaded clip that can be switched between 3 different positions, here, here, and flip it over to here. Not sure. I mean, I guess it gives the options, so it's there. I probably will never change it out of this format, but it's there. But yeah, forgot to mention, this is a Coast, and the model number is a RX352. And this is a folding knife with a blade assist opening mechanism, and I'll just show that right now. It's got 2 prongs on each side of the blade, as you can see, so you can use either hand pretty easily. But it's got a pretty powerful assist. I mean, it's good and positive. Used a little bit. It was a little tight at first to be able to get to go. Took a lot more pressure than I think I was used to. Haven't really ever had an assisted knife, but it does flip out very quickly. It also does have a lock right here, so the blade can't be open, as well as you can have it in a double lock position when it's open. It locks traditionally down here, which is pretty tight. But you can add that for a little extra measure. It actually seems to wobble a little less than with just that one. Not a very wobbly blade or anything like that. I have used this to cut open quite a bit of bales of hay and some feed bags and things around the property. It's got a pretty sharp serration here. I've used that a couple things where you need to really kind of grind through something quick, of some measurable girth. It's a little hard because it is very short. I could have used maybe a little bit longer, but they retain quite a bit of the blade length, which is fine. Which this blade is a 3.6 inch blade, so it's a little on the bigger end, which makes it a pretty big knife overall to carry. But it does fold up nicely. It's got a very sharp point, and the blade is sharp from factory. I haven't sharpened it at all, and I've used it quite a bit. I mean, it's getting a little bit on the duller side, but like I said, I have used it quite a bit. It just kind of goes right through. Even the serrations, you get in that serration groove, that's pretty sharp too. So it doesn't really show a ton there, but it's sharp enough for most practical purposes. there's a lot of people who are more into knives. Like I said, I'm just kind of getting into them. Definitely do serve a practical use, and this is, you know, probably a pretty good option for an entry-level knife. You know, it's a cheap knife. You know, it's not anything spectacular by any means, but it's not a I guess I would say a junk knife. So you could probably count on this knife. I know I have already. Another thing to note is it does have a very, well, it's like a polymer grip on there, but it's, you know, it's got pretty good scallops here for you to grab onto, and it's really gritty on the outside. So you can see there, which, you know, you don't lose any grip through oil and water or anything like that, which is nice. Nice thing about this having a lock on it is these assist knives, you know, sometimes if you were to have it in your pocket, you bend down or something that catches, you don't want it to, it wouldn't open all the way up, but it could open like that, and you could bend down again and kind of cut yourself or something like that. So it's nice to have a safety to keep it tight and snug. And I don't know, I know on other folding knives I've had, cheaper knives over the years, that eventually, you know, this mechanism can loosen up and you can tighten it, but to a degree it just never seems to be the same as when you first get them. So this lock, I think, could help extend a little bit of the life to it, because even if this became junk, this whole spring assist, you could lock it out and you could lock it in. So I mean, it's definitely got some some good uses for it. Yeah, so this is, you know, kind of my first foray into having a decent folder knife here. I know some people might say that Coast is kind of a bargain company, but I don't know, from what I've read and what I've seen, it's kind of been accepted as just kind of a utilitarian type brand. Mainly just, you know, and that's what I expect out of my knives that I get. This is an old Schrade that I've used, and I mean, I need to sharpen it again, but I've worn it down pretty good. Used that a lot. But yeah, this is, I think, going to be a welcome addition. You know, and for my uses, I work as a crop insurance adjuster, and I'm out in some fields and stuff, and it's nice to have something like this. You never know if you're going to get caught up in something, or you know, there could be anything. You walk fields, do appraisals in a field that's like 300 acres, and you never know what you're going to come across, so it's always nice to have something like this. A little on the bigger end. I think fully extended, it's got to be close to 8 inches, but it definitely does feel like you got something that you could use to either defend yourself or just for generally, you know, like I use it for some farm use. It's good on the farm, good on the job, carries well in the pocket. Can't really say enough good things about it. I guess I'll see how it works out longer term, but so far the edge has kept pretty sharp, and as well as the serrations. So, and the mechanism. So I don't have any complaints on it yet. Yeah. So, all right. Well, thanks for watching. If you like more videos like this, I may get into some more knives on the line. If you want me to go ahead and try doing another review or something on another knife, let me know. But all right.